Hey guys, welcome back to Project Rubber Band. My name's Thomas, and we are working on the go-kart today. So after making the go-kart gas pedal in the other video, I got this whole engine mounted up, but I had it mounted in the most jankiest way possible, and then other pieces of metal welded off of it, and then I have like washers and all this crap, and the clutch wasn't aligned, and the clutch was slipping. Another thing that happened is the chain kept getting thrown off, and I lost the master link, and then it sat in the rain and the weather for a while, so we got more chain and we'll be using that. And I bought like 4 new master links so I won't ever run out again in case it throws the chain again and pops the master link. So we will be installing a new chain. We will be fixing this whole rear frame so that this engine isn't wobbly. Hopefully by the end we will have this go-kart running. So the first thing will be to remove the engine and cut away all of the metal that I welded. We are now removing the throttle. I'm probably gonna go for like a piece of metal all the way across too, and then a big metal platform right here, and holes drilled in the metal platform for the engine. Alright guys, so as you can see, I did a little work off camera. I have these 2 metal pieces that are the length of the frame this way. And then on the inside, I have the engine plate. And basically, I set the engine on there, got the holes where they need to go, and then I cut squares out so I can move it. So it'll have a little wiggle room when I'm trying to line it up with the sprocket down here. These 2 metal pieces will be welded to this, and then the metal pieces will be welded to the frame. And that's how it'll be set up. Alright guys, so we got it all welded up. We got the engine plate welded up, and I took the motor back off. It wasn't bolted on, it was just set on there so I could get the sprocket alignment. I don't want to get the bottom of the engine to get any holes in it. So I'm going to go over this and just give it a light grinding on the top. Now that that's done, we're going to take the engine, we're going to mount it back up onto the frame, and then we're going to bolt it all up, and then we are going to get it aligned with the bottom sprocket on the frame. Once I get the alignment perfect, I'm going to take the engine back off and fully weld everything together, because right now it's just tacked together. So now I'm gonna just bolt the whole engine up, and then we'll be ready for chain alignment and hooking up the throttle and getting all the last stuff hooked up. And the last 2 steps are to hook up the throttle and get the chain on. Then after we get the chain on, we chain break it and we put the master link on and we put the throttle on. It should be done. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I did all the finishing touches and I moved it off the table and I put it on the ground right here. I'm gonna run it on jack stands first just to get it warmed up, and then we'll do a full-on test drive. Dude, I'm just rolling now, down the hill. Maiden voyage. Check this thing out, bro. It's pretty good. It's better than last time. Last time the clutch was just slipping and everything, and the chain like fell off immediately. So I think we're off to a good start. I just need to get a better handhold on this camera or strap it somewhere. Alright guys, so what do I think of the Maiden Voyage? The issue is, I think it's geared off, like it's geared for speed so much to the point where the clutch can't handle it. So basically, as I was like down there on the road, the clutch started heating up, and this happened with the other one too. This one could handle the weight, but it was still like extremely hot and like smoking a little bit. So I think the issue is the frame is just a little bit too heavy. I'm sure there's probably engines out there and clutch ratios that can handle this much weight, but with the clutch ratio I have here, it pretty much can't handle it. That was the cons, but the pros is it is my first live axle project in it like that I've ever done. I think I did pretty well. My design worked. What I mean by design is I have a threaded shaft, and then I have 4 bolts on the shaft. And then I have it set up where when it goes forwards, the wheels do not unthread, which is a very cheap but difficult way to do this because you also trap your sprocket on the bottom. Pretty much the only thing is gear ratio is off and the weight can't handle it. Also, my gas tank kind of vibrated off its little mount over there. Other than that, this go-kart is sick. Oh, and believe it or not, even though I'm a small channel, I've dropped some merch, guys. Fresh merch just created. So if you want to support the channel, hit the link in the description, buy a shirt. I hope you guys liked this video. If you learned anything, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.